What's going on, guys? Today I think I'm gonna try and hang this intercooler, maybe get a little bit of intercooler piping around. If you're just joining me, I just got the turbo manifold completed it, and I got the mount to hold everything pretty solid, so that's not going anywhere. I started it up. I just spooled the turbo. It's obviously not connected to the carburetor yet. That'll be way down the road. So today I think I'm gonna try and mount this guy in here somewhere. I think if I mount it flush with the bottom here, it's got little holes that I can kind of mount to, and it's got threads in it, so I'll have to find the thread pitch and thread size for that. But I think I'm just gonna build little tabs off of here while I'm on, and then that guy will mount on the bottom there, and then I'll probably have to build a custom bracket after that to kind of tie into this guy here. Looks like we got some bolt holes there and a bolt hole here. Even if I have to re-drill or weld just something onto there, I can make a bolt right there. So that's the plan for today. I'm gonna see how far I get.
Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good. To get a hold of yourself.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
All right, so I had to go and get some bolts. I got these guys welded on. Had the welder a little cold, so I was struggling to penetrate that guy, but this one turned out a lot better. But good enough for holding that light little intercooler. I had to run to the auto store and get some bolts for these guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this mounted. I'm gonna get it on the tripod because it's hard to do with one hand. Unless the doggo could hold it, that'd be cool. Nice. So we got this mounted. I just welded some tabs down there, and I just tacked the bottom sides. And then the top is completely welded because most of it's going to be going down. Same with this side. So I welded out that whole top side, but just tacked the bottoms because, like I said, it's not like it's going to be getting pried up on. So that'll hold it. I'll probably find some way to come across from here, like go over to here, maybe like a piece of angle iron or something of that matter, because I really don't want to just leave that the way it is. It's super wobbly. It'll hold it this way, but I don't want it to wobble a whole lot. Looks like this might have been wrecked too. I don't know if you can see it, that's crooked. Looks kind of crooked anyway. The gap on this side, way bigger on that side. I noticed there's some damage here. So it's definitely wrecked at one time, so makes me feel a little better about turning it into a drift truck. Alrighty, so I kind of got working away, and I don't recommend using these little drum roll cutoff wheels to do this because it took way longer than it needed to. But yeah, where's it at? I got that, so it'll go into here. Bam. I'm probably gonna get some like rubber stuff that lines that little opening that I made because I don't want it to rub a hole in that eventually. But I got this marked here so I can cut it, and then that'll go to there. And then I still gotta figure out how I'm gonna do a 2 to 2.5 because I got 2.5 inch piping, and then I got a 3-inch intercooler. Don't know how that's gonna affect airflow. I guess we're all gonna find out together. But I do have couplers that go from 2.5 to 3, but I don't have couplers that go from 2.5 to 2, or at least 1. So I think I'm gonna try and fabricate something because I just need to cut a little bit out of this to make it smaller. So if it's a half inch bigger, I need to take a 1/2 inch out over a few areas. So I could divide a 1/2 inch by 4 and cut it in 4 areas and make little pie cuts, and that would do the same thing. So that might be an option, but moving and grooving. Tabs are made. Don't know if I recorded that yet. Holes here. Holes marked for right there. I think I'm gonna go get a hole saw bit because it's just easier that way. And then I'll start running intercooler piping. I might pause on this though, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and switch to exhaust because I have everything to do exhaust. I don't have everything to do my intercooler, so this might be a good stopping point for that. I might try and make a mount for this though, just so it's not so wobbly, even if I just go little tabs from something on here to there. I don't know, I'll figure it out.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
Why they stopping me?
All right, so I'm kind of at a standstill. I need to go and get a 3.5 inch hole saw for that guy because I'm not I used a little grinder thing on the drum roll when it was a pain in the butt, and I don't like how tight that clearance is, so I'll probably grind that a little bit more with the drum roll and a grinding stone just to get that a little bit more clearance. This guy is pretty much set. I need to build an adapter, 2.5 to 2, or I could just order a coupler. I'm still trying to decide. This guy, I was just using the coupler to hold it because I only have one set of hands. So that helped me get the length on that guy. So I'll mark those and then I'll TIG weld it, and then hopefully I can still snake it out of there. That's the one thing I am worried about. I might have to leave a clamp there because I don't know if I'll be able to snake it out of there. But I'm gonna try and snake it out while it's all put together. And if I can snake it out while it's all put together and clamped together, then obviously I can weld it and still get it out of there. So that's the plan for that. Comes through the firewall, goes across. Gonna go in there. Probably gonna use the little 180 U that I have and have it come through and U around, and then use the other little 180 that I have to get that angle going up and straight into there. And then I gotta build a little aluminum box for the air to go into. But yeah, this is all done. Turbo spins. I need to get oil lines ran. I don't know if you can see down in there. There's a little set screw right there. That's to the oil pump. It's normally for an oil pressure gauge, but I'm gonna figure out a way to tee it and use it for a gauge, and then use it as my oil feed. And then I gotta see how much pressure is on that line right there, because that's a coolant line. And I'm gonna see if I can't tee off that coolant line and have coolant flow through there, because it's a oil and water cooled turbo, so it should stay cool. This is way too close to be able to sneak that through there. I wanted to go through there and attach to the exhaust, or maybe even come out like right behind the wheel, right in front of the wheel right there. But I can't make that tight of a bend, not without doing some crazy pie cuts, and I don't feel like getting that crazy. I don't know, I'll still look at it, I might, but I think the plan has changed to go through right there. And I got enough room to run it in there, and then I'll kind of hide it behind the fender and 90 down, and I'll have it stick out somewhere in here. So it'll be behind the front one. I really want to sneak it back there, but I don't know. We'll see how hard it's going to be. Even if I do it kind of like a NASCAR truck and come out and drill my hole through the fender right there just to get it out, and then sneak down right by there and run it right under the door. That'd look pretty cool too, so you can see the pipe. I don't know, we'll figure it out. All right, so I did a little pre-measuring before the video. I know I'm gonna sneak the exhaust out there. Got that marked. Then that'll angle down there. Then I'll have to go through the firewall and snake it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
Watch out, buddy. Watch out. Alrighty, so I got our first hole made. Cut that first one with a grinder, and I wish I would have waited, because that one came out way better. But I gotta do the one for the exhaust now, right there. So I think the easiest way is gonna be to take this fender off. So I'm gonna take this fender off. It's pretty hacked up from the guy that had it before me. So I don't know if it's even bolted down other than up top, honestly. No, it's not. See, it's not bolted up there. It's just got one bolt. Oh, and then probably the ones inside the door. Okay, yeah, but I think that's gonna be the easiest way to do that. So I'm gonna figure out how to take these off, and then I'll time lapse it when I'll time lapse everything. Oh yeah.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
All right, so got my hole saw bit, got my hole put in there. I don't know if I said that yet, but I'll be able to do all that fun shenanigans later. This one's ready to go. I ordered a 2.5 to 2 inch coupler for this guy, and then I'm gonna end up just welding that. I'm gonna wait till the coupler comes in so I can hold it on that end and hold it on this end, and then make sure that that's all nice and it's where I want it and nice and straight. So I'm not gonna do anything with that yet. I did go ahead and get this going though. Got the hole in there. I got it all on time lapse, so I'll share the time lapse too, but got it coming out the turbo, angling out. Tried to stay away from wires and stuff because there's a wire harness that goes under there. So I tried to give myself some room. This little plug can untape from this backside a little bit. And then I'm gonna untape it all the way to here and then find a way to get it around the clutch reservoir, the clutch cylinder, or the clutch fluid reservoir. And then after I get that done and out of the way, then I won't have to worry about heat. I might fire it up for now just to see what it sounds like. But right now I have it sneaking out of here. I might have to trim that down, like, I don't know, just the slightest little bit, like a 3/8 of an inch or a 1/2 of an inch. So that might change. I don't know, we're gonna see. Because we are sticking out, I think, just a little bit right there. That stinks. We just barely don't clear. So that guy's got to go in more. It's got way more room. See how it can kind of angle in more, so that top side can kind of go. So I just got to trim some off of this back side. I think I'm just gonna trim stuff off this back side first, and then I don't want to mess with anything on this yet, but that's kind of what it's gonna look like. So I might get a start on it just so we have an idea of what it's gonna sound like. I think we're gonna do that. I gotta hook up this battery because this battery's toast. Let me get this jumper pack on it. All right, guys, I got the intercooler mounted, got the piping ran for that fun stuff. The exhaust is ran through, tucked in. I still think I'm gonna shove it in. Maybe I'm gonna trim it back and shove this in like a 1/2 inch more, because right now it's kind of pushing out the fender and it's touching. I'll have to trim that up. That's where the exhaust is gonna come out, is right behind that tire. Let's go ahead and get a startup on this so we know what it sounds like. I'm gonna have to take this off real quick. It's gonna block the exhaust. Just hold it down and then just back for a little bit. Okay. I'm not gonna run it for too long because I don't have any oil going to the turbo. That'll be tomorrow's job, but this is how it comes through, runs out. This, like I said, I'm just gonna tuck this in a little bit more, just to give a little bit more clearance for that fender, but she's pretty much done.